Hi everyone, it's Cherie from the Reacher Summit team. I'm here today with Zion from Alyka. How are you, Zion?
I'm good.
Good, good. Thanks so much for joining us today. I'm really excited to be talking about SEO.
Yeah, likewise.
Yeah, it seems to be a question that we always get asked from business owners. There seems to be a lot of challenges that business faces with SEO and a lot of myths around SEO. So tell us, first of all, what does SEO stand for and what does it mean?
Yeah, SEO stands for Search Engine Optimization. So in other words, getting up onto first page of Google or Bing, Yahoo, one of the big search engines, mostly Google, to be honest. So that's what it means. If you're a plumber, you want to be up there for, say, Plumber Perth. People type in Plumber Perth, you're up there on the first page, not on like page 8 where no one can see you. So that's SEO in terms of definition.
Yes.
There's so much more to it than just keywords though, and it's really become a dirty word, unfortunately, because it's not done right most of the time. And when people say the word SEO, people think, oh, that's not a very nice, area to think about. So yeah.
We hear a lot of businesses say that they waste a lot of money, they don't get leads from SEO. Yep. Tell me a little bit about, that.
Yeah, so the problem, we get a lot of clients coming to us and with other providers, and I'm not to say that all providers are bad, because there's certainly a lot of good ones, but the typical problems are, look, I don't understand my reporting. Like I get an automated report or a report every month. I look at it, it's just a bunch of numbers that make no sense. The company tries to explain it to me, but they don't do a very good job. I just don't get it. And secondly, the other big problem is I'm not getting leads. Thirdly, my rankings are just not going up, or they go up and they go down and go up. What's the point? There's so much. Yeah, so there's so much that people aren't happy about, but I would say that those are the three, biggest things.
Okay. Yeah. And what about, so when you start working with a business, tell me a little bit about what things you're looking for. If I'm a business coming to you and saying, look, I've heard SEO, I heard I need it, what are some of the things that you start looking out for that business before you even get started with SEO? Yeah,
it sounds cliche, but the first thing is, okay, what are you what do you want?
Yeah.
Right? Because everyone actually is different. Like some people want rankings only. Like you might get like an accountant who says, I just want to be out there for accountant Perth. I don't care if I get leads from it, I don't care if I get traffic from it, I just want to be up there. And sometimes it's an ego thing, sometimes maybe it's an ignorance thing, sometimes it's a branding thing, but they just want that, right? So we'll do that for them. Secondly, some people want their name to be seen. They just want to be seen. They don't necessarily need the leads or want the leads, they just want to be seen.
Yeah.
Thirdly, people want the lead, and that's the most common one. I want business. If I'm paying you X amount to do this SEO stuff, I need the phone to ring. I need inquiry forms to come in, and good leads, not like nonsense ones. So, I ask them what they want, number one, and then number two, I recommend, a strategy for them. So I'll recommend a number of hours that we will need to achieve their objective. If it's getting leads, I recommend say 15 hours a month doing X, Y, Z to get you that. What we do, who really cares? Like as long as we achieve your objective, that's all that matters. So I'll report on what we do, but they don't really care about what we do as long as they get the result. So it's really that simple. I think we often get too caught up in the technical side of things, but it's quite simple when you think of it from a business point of view.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about some of the clients that you've worked with and how, have you got a case study of someone?
Yeah, we worked on everything from professional services to childcare to, government to a lot of e-commerce, especially of late. So, we worked on an e-commerce store. We have been working on an e-commerce store that sells tools nationwide, and when we took over the SEO, they started selling product. Simple as that. A lot more product, and they were stoked. So what they were doing before that was wrong. Like for example, the page name. So every time they set up a product, they wouldn't call the page name. They wouldn't create the page name correctly, and if they don't create the page name in the correct way, Google can't read the page properly. And Google will pick up the wrong keywords because the page name is wrong. So little things like that. So you can imagine an e-commerce site having 2,000 products, for example, and if 1,900 pages or 1,950 pages are incorrect in terms of the name, then they're not going to rank, right? And so that's such a waste. So just doing that one action alone, got them more business, So that's a good case study. Yeah.
And do you? One of the things I know when we first met that you did with our business was that you compared what our site was tracking like compared to people in a similar industry. Is that something that is? Yeah.
So because with SEO it's a competitive game, right? Like you're not in the rankings competing against no one. Like you're competing against other businesses. So the more competitive an industry is, the harder it is to get up there. So if you want to get up, you've got to supersede someone.
Yeah.
So it's important to understand, number one, how competitive is your industry. The more competitive it is, the harder it is to get up there. So for example, the plumbing industry is really competitive. So you got to do more work. You got to spend more time to get up there. Whereas, say you're a manufacturing company, manufacturing XYZ, that's not going to be as competitive. So you got to understand your industry, and then if we are able to understand that, we're able to actually understand timeframes, which is very important. So that's important for client expectation. Like we'll say, it's going to take you about 3 to 4 months to get up there for these types of keywords, or it might take you 6 months, or it might take you even a year.
Yeah.
We have to be really honest, and we've actually said to clients like, you got to be willing to spend this much, and you got to be willing to wait a year.
Wow.
Okay. And I said, you don't want to go with us, that's fine. At least I'm honest, and I've indirectly turned people away because of that. Right. Because I'm honest with expectations. So understanding the landscape is important, and then understanding what the competitors are doing, so you know where their weaknesses are, so you can supersede their weaknesses and go above them. So that's why it's important. Yeah.
So, obviously I've known you for years, and you've obviously been doing this for a very long time. What have you seen as the changes with SEO? Like, what's the things do you look out for now that you didn't 10 years ago, say? Yeah,
so like 8-10 years ago, or 6 to 10 years ago, Google, like you could really get up in the rankings just by doing backlinks. Backlinks, I'll explain the definition of backlink. Backlink is another site linking to you.
Right.
That's a backlink. So the more of that you had, the more your rankings will go up. So if you have all these other websites linking to you, your domain name, that's a great thing, right? So in the old days, we're talking 6+ years ago, SEO companies used to just create random backlinks, and they used to do it in such high volume, and they'd link to your site from Indian sites, from Chinese sites, from any site, American sites, and Google will look at it and go, oh great, you've got a lot of backlinks, I'm going to rank you high, and it worked, and that's why SEO companies used to be able to charge ridiculously low fees to get you up in the rankings, $200 a month, $300 a month. You can't do that anymore,
right?
Because Google realised that that's nonsense. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of spammy links being built. So now it's all about, a lot of it's about content. So how is the content written on your site? Is it good content? Google has robots that actually troll through the content of your site to work out if it's good quality content and if it's unique content, not copy and pasted from another site. So content's really important, how you set up your pages. I talked about page names. Is the site built well? Google want to know that your site is a good, well-built, strong, non-hackable site, hackable site. So it's actually more fair now than it used to be.
Yeah.
So it's changed a lot in that regard, and it's still changing. They release updates all the time. Yeah.
Oh, good. Is there anything else, any other tips that you can give us before we finish today?
Yeah, I think a couple would be, when you choose an SEO agency, don't be lured by the whole 10 keyword package, 20 keyword package, 5 keyword package thing. It's not a good way to run your SEO. SEO needs to be looked at, you got to look at it from a business point of view, not like a technical, nerdy, internet geeky point of view. Look at it from a businessy point of view. if you are investing in, say, 10 keyword package, right? What happens if the company gets you up for those 10 keywords? Are you going to keep paying them for like years to come to stay up there? You know, often companies will actually charge for doing nothing. But once they get you up there, like it's not as hard to remain up there as it is to get you up there. So what are they doing other than that? And what if they don't get you up for those 10 keywords? Then what? You just keep paying them until they get up there? What if it's super competitive and they never get you up there? Then what? You know, what if things change? Or actually, what if the keywords that you've chosen to be up there, they don't generate leads or traffic? Then what? Like you're number one, but they don't generate. Then what? So I don't like that method at all. In fact, I really hate it.
Sounds like it.
Like it should be looked at. Okay, we want traffic and leads. That's our aim.
Yeah.
Right. You do whatever the hell you need to do to get there. You report to me every month in terms of that metric, and that's it. You know, whether you build backlinks, whether you get up in certain keywords, whether you do this, whether you write content, who cares? As long as you get the results. So then you work backwards from that, right? And that might mean getting up there for 2 keywords instead of 10. That might mean getting up there for 5 keywords. That might mean not even spending as much time on keywords, but spending more time on the sites to convert that the traffic that's already there, to convert that into the leads more so than what it did before. And that's called conversion optimization, which is another conversation in itself. But that's all part of SEO, right? It's not just about keywords. So my advice to summarize would be don't get lured by this fixed package thing, because that's not smart business.
Yeah.
You know?
There must be a lot out there. I haven't seen the 10.
Yeah, that most companies, not all, but most will do it that way.
Oh, okay.
Here you go, and pay us a retainer.
Right.
It's not the way to do it. Yeah.
Right. Okay, so there's a lot to consider even when you're even thinking about a digital agency to go with. So it's not just about, you know, thinking about what you need from an SEO perspective, or what keywords you need, or how your website looks, or, you know, all of that sort of stuff. It's even thinking about, you know, some of the things.
It's a lot broader.
Yeah. Oh, look, thank you so much. I know we could probably talk all day. There's so much to talk about. But thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate it. Hopefully we can help some people out there uncover the myths of SEO, and hopefully give them some structure and direction of how to go ahead.
Definitely.
Beautiful. Cool. Thanks, Zion.
Thanks, Sherry. Thanks for having me. See you later. Cool.